All right, hi, and welcome to Kiali's demo for Sprint 21. We have three presenters today, Joel, Lucas, and Jay, with a demo of dashboard auto-discovery, routing wizard enhancements, and more. Lucas, are you ready to start?
Yes, let me to start sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see it. Okay, can you see my Kiali window with my example of
Yes.
like service? Okay,
yes.
Still
yes.
loading. There it is.
Sorry? Can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yeah. We can hear you and we can see your screen.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay, great. What I like to demo in just a couple of minutes is that we started to introduce in Kiali what we call the Kiali actions under the services, which is the possibility to, in a scenario, when we access to a service and we have rights to modify and create new configurations. So we introduced several sprints ago what we call the wizard. So it's a very easy way just to, very high level way to create new configuration for Istio. So in my example, I have an application, a service called Flags that is receiving traffic from the service. And I can just, for example, create some waiting routine just from a very straightforward, very high level for wizard, okay? So I can create these configurations. And this configuration, what it runs is just to create the specific virtual services and destination rules for this scenario. What the scenario that we have introduced in the past sprint is that now we can update the configuration from here. So if we check the virtual service created, it's just sending all the way 74% of the traffic of this for these services to the workload subset version 1, and the rest of the traffic is the version 2, right? So now if in the previous screen we just allow just to create, but now we can update this info. So just the same configuration that I have created, so I can just quite straightforward easily to update it. So you can see now I have the confirmation that this config has been updated in the wizard, and now I can just to confirm that this is completely changed in that sense. Okay, and this is the same for the other wizard. Just let me to quickly just demonstrate the matching routine, for example. And in this case, I can just do a match for. I want just to the VIP users to add it to the flight 2, and I can just to create this virtual service, for example, here. I have just sending all the traffic that matches the users equals to BIP to the version 1. But in this case, I forgot to add what happened when we have requests that doesn't match this user. So I can just easily update the matching routine, and I can add to say, okay, now I want to add another rule for the flight 2, and I can update it. Okay. So yeah, that is all for me. It's very quick. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lucas. This is working really great. Joel, are you ready?
Yes, so I'm going to share my screen. Oh, did you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, can you see it? Or, yeah, okay. So there is some news in the front of the runtime dashboards. So this is an example of runtime dashboard that we have already. And we introduced some new thing in the API, like the ability to compose different dashboards. And this is especially useful when metrics are provided by third-party library, like for the microprofile metrics or also for micrometer. For instance, with the Tomtail dashboard that is defined here now, I have this new line that is include microprofile 1.1, and we can see that there is in the next to that, there is the microprofile 1.1 dashboard that is here. So this is enabling like sharing some pieces of dashboard definition between different frameworks, for instance. This is used, so for instance, Quarkus and Thorntails, both of them are using macroprofile, and Vertex and Spring Boot, both of them are using micrometer. This one, for instance, micrometer JVM metrics. So this is interesting for that. And the other change in the dashboard API is the addition of a new field, which is called here Discover On. So this field is something that will enable the auto discovery of dashboards. So for instance, here, what I'm putting here is the name of the metrics that I know is something that when it's found, it means that we are running some.
Joel?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
We lost you for several seconds.
So I was talking about this auto discovery feature of the dashboards. So before we had to annotate our pods with this Kiali.io annotation here, and putting here the list of different dashboards that we wanted. But now I can just remove that, and the dashboard will be automatically discovered. Okay. I don't know what happens now, so I think the connection was lost again.
Yes.
Okay, I can continue. Okay, so here I am going to deploy then microservices without the Kiali.io annotations for the dashboards, and we're going to see that in Kiali normally. Okay, I hope I can go to the end of the demo. So, so yeah, trying to do it fast. So here I have deployed my Bookinfo runtimes microservices, which is basically some kind of Bookinfo rewrite with some known runtimes for which we have some dashboards. And here you can see that even if I didn't put the annotation, I hope you could get everything. I'm not sure, but my connection is quite unstable, I guess. But that's all for me.
Okay, thank you very much, Joel. Jay, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm a little afraid of what I just saw with all this disconnection, but we'll see how it goes.
Fingers crossed.
All right, so I have just a couple things to show for this.
Now, Jay, I think we lost you as well.
Can you guys hear me? Did I just have the disconnect problem too?
Unfortunately, you did.
It looks like it's still going. Can you see my screen at all? I'm just showing Kiali operator description. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to mention, so now one big change is that installation is done and updates to the configuration for Kiali is done by an operator. One thing you'll notice is that there's the Kiali operator runs inside the Kiali operator namespace. So you will see that now after you've deployed. And basically it just, the operator sits around waiting for changes to the Kiali custom resource object. And the thing to know about that is that you make your configuration changes to the YAML for the custom resource. This is where you're going to do things like make changes to your excluded namespace list, your authorization strategy, or a variety of other things. So that's just an FYI. From the feature side, a couple of things to show. So let's say I'm looking at your typical graph. I see that I've got some problems here. Maybe I'm going to drill in and take a closer look. If I was to say, look at the workload here, and I'll just open this up into another tab, get to the detail screen so I can have the details and the graph up at the same time. I don't have Grafana configured. Okay, so here on the details screen, I see that there's a new tab here. So we wanted to introduce, one of the keys to observability is logs, and we wanted to introduce at least in some way logs into Kiali. So what we have now is the ability to show you pod logs directly from a workload details screen. You have a few options for changing things around. You can change the number of lines that you are tailing. You can change the duration of the time that you're pulling and so forth. You can also have access to both to all the containers in the pod for that workload. So I was looking at the actual service logs there. There's not too much interesting, but at least there's something in there. Or I can move to the proxy itself and look at those types of logs. Another addition is that in the traffic tab for this particular workload, we've introduced over here on the right links to the metrics directly. So if you are looking at the traffic for, say, the inbound traffic from product page to details, I could jump directly to the outbound metrics and do my investigation there. So that's just sort of a basic convenience. And then basically, just in case you didn't see the last sprint demo, I wanted to show you how we could really find out what's going on there. By clicking this red edge and going to this new response codes tab over in the side panel, we can see actually that we've got fault injection, which is actually generating the problems here. That's just a throwback to the last sprint since it was easy to show. That is all I have.